That is pretty funny. We see Shinki is in a badass moment on the first page, and yet we do not see him a single bit in this chapter except one scene where he says it's pretty funny how Soma did. And then start cooking. Yes, I am talking about Shokugeki no Soma, chapter 208. I actually got a fear, and this is one I had to ask anybody who's watching this and anyone who feels like they should comment on my videos. Just how long do you think this regimental Shogeki arc is gonna be? Because it's now confirmed this is an entire new arc. This is not a part of the arc that we have seen before. No, this is a new arc. The regimental Shogeki arc. And why am I complaining when the duel has not even begun? Well, I'm just saying, we're gonna have a lot of cooking duels. And I'm just wondering how many chapters are we gonna face and how many gonna happen. Because I hope this duel against Nene will not be more than at least 6 chapters, not more than that. In the chapter itself, Urahara, who's been brainwashed and talking many different shits, begin to talk that the rules is that also that the chef who receives the victory mark can continue to a next ground and can participate in the other matches. So if one side is completely eliminated, the other in the clean sweep in 2 cancelled matches, that side should be named victorious. I do not know exactly what that is meaning, but yeah, I've always translated this duel as meaning that one team go all out, and even if one team loses a member, if the other team has lost their members, then they still win. I mean, the one who has only lost one. Either way, Soma begins there, so no cookie noodles, and we see a more glimpse in Nene's past. And now I'm even more convinced than ever on why she is a member of Central. She comes from a prestige family. Note, Asami has never cooked for what he considers are commoners. He hates commoners. He looks down on them. Well, he looks down on nobles, I mean, higher grades ones too, but that's only because he considers what they eat not true gourmet food. So I think I've gotten even more clue on why he recruited Nene. But the biggest clue is in her past. Apparently, her family, the Kinokunu, is actually one who's very largely involved in traditional Japanese cuisine and culture. So she studied dance, music, and even calligraphy. And even as a child, she had no interest in playing with the other kids, as people think she was longing for that. All she was longing for was calligraphy. So, I mean, yes, that's how another clue. She's an emotionless girl because she has detached herself from the fun of life. There lies her defeat. And she also apparently came from a large family. She seems to be the oldest one, although given the pictures of her younger siblings, I'll say they don't look much older than her. So yeah, and she has definitely harnessed that. And so Asami, with his arrogant face, begins to explain on why Nene is perfect way, about how she needs the bowl and cooks. Concentrate everything like that. Also, we see some. I think that was unintentional, but it's also a little bit sexy pose of Nene on her ass, as Erina says that the secret to her kneading lies in the upper body, as she produces the power from transferring every drop of the energy created by bracing her legs. So Azami is extremely confident in saying that she will create that because she is a noble of the highest kind, and uh, uh, someone who is reading a living, breathing Soba textbook. I mean, Asami, your arrogance is honestly starting to make me want to vomit. Still, this doesn't exactly 100% confirm that Nene is an emotionally detached girl that's only been involved with her own traditions, but I think that is the reason why she is a central member. And yes, yes, like all the rest, although she proved last time she was a little bit of a adorable girl, which was actually kind of cute, she at the same time still pulls off a devil mask and shows an arrogance saying that Soma cannot win against her. Okay, okay. Just how many times have we heard that line before? And the central people, they are all talking against the rebels. Oh, you poor pathetic souls. Once the rebels win this army, then I hope someone takes the mic and just says to you all, I know you all want to become great chefs, and I know that you think that some that you have to train with specialists in order to become special. But things are never, no one is born special. They are made special. And people that do not understand the power of hard work and working on how they do, and instead it wants to copy something else and then follow a rule where you crush other people that wants to work hard, has no right to call themselves a chef. That's what I wish someone would say, or at least someone will say, if you don't understand that to reach another pinnacle and devote yourself to study by actually practicing, then drop out of the school immediately. Ishinki said himself, Soma is a textbook example of someone who actually works very, very hard. And the reason why students don't acknowledge him is because they don't want to acknowledge that they do not try hard enough. And I think this is what this original Shokugeki is going to show to entire Central. They're going to show them that they simply have not tried hard enough. Don't get me wrong, if this was real life, I would probably have been on the Central side because I'm just not special. But now I'm looking at this in a different morality situation, so I go with the rebels. Onwards to the final list that Yoichiro thus says that Soma cannot always win with his quick witness because he did lose against Hayama even though he wasn't a part of the Elite 10. And he does say that every single Elite 10 has mastered a certain aspect of a cooking and honed it to the absolute perfection. After all, I don't know how, but Tsukasa have harnessed the ability to draw out the deliciousness of every flavor by eliminating himself from it. We also see Rindo in that scene, although we don't know how she is that way. But Yoshiro acknowledges that every single Elite 10 has one speciality that they have absolutely honed, meaning that you cannot just rely on witness. You have to somehow actually evolve during that time. You have to use your own speciality to clash with them and to bring out what you have. So Yoichiro says that if Soma, you cannot just win with wittiness. You need to win with your experience as a dinner cook. So it turns out that Soma's cooking noodles is actually instant noodle by using a machine, and everyone of course laughed at him. Even Asami shows a little face that is just plain and simply. Mhm. But Erin, although the rebels, as usual, are very scared about that, Erina reveals that this is actually good. It's the only way for Soma to achieve victory, as she describes that the world of Soma and udon noodles, that everyone makes a fuss over handmade, but not all are handmade. It doesn't mean that everything, even if it's not handmade, it can still be delicious. The many who utilizes machines other than handmation. Uh, and Nene describes that as saying like she is using 1 to 9 soba and Soma is using 2 is 8. So in a way this is technique versus tradition maybe. And even though Nene is arrogant, she still doesn't seem to underestimate Soma. And Soma himself channels his dinner speciality knowing, I will show you. This is good, honest food for everyone at my place, my dinner place. And even though Nene is completely sure Soma cannot catch up to her, she at the same time shows a sign that she is not underestimating him either. And so the cooking goes on. So who will win? Well, now that you introduced such an unbearable, arrogant scene, you cannot make Nene win. You just can't. But I think all the Elite Ten will have scenes like this. We will see small glimpses of their past and why they are like this, and well, the rest is history. But again, I don't know if this answered the question on why Nene is a central uh, Elite 10. I mean, I know why she's an Elite 10, but I don't know why she's a member of the Central. But I think it is because she is emotionally detached and has just been focusing on perfection in art. And that is also, I think, a reason why Azami is interested in her. Because she is only interested in channeling the artist Ming. After all, Azami is obsessed with true gourmety and artistry. Either way, Soma is giving out its traditional finesse noodles. No, not udon. Not noodles. Udon. Versus creative, not trickery, but technique udon. Who will win? Well, I just hope Soma will. We saw no glimpse of the other Elite 10, but maybe we'll do next week. Because as I said before, no freaking idea how long this arc is gonna be. But I think it's gonna be at least 30 chapters or so. So give me your thoughts if you have any.